Hello everybody, my name is Mark Terry and I'm going to walk you through a tutorial on a popular editing system known as iMovie. Now anybody that has a Mac device, either a tablet or a laptop, is probably familiar with this editing system because it comes free with the purchase of every laptop and tablet. So even if you haven't used it, I'm going to show you how to access it and how to get through the kind of basic steps of using the software to edit a film project. Okay, so right now let's just pretend this is your laptop, and we're going to access the program by going over to the launch pad. All Mac users will be familiar with this. It's on the bottom um, of your screen, and you click on the launch pad, and the easiest way to find it is to go to the search bar and just type in the letter I, and that'll bring you to iMovie. Here it is. So you double click on it, and that'll open it up, and when it opens up you'll be able to see um, this particular screen. So what you want to do is start a new project. So this new project is ready to go, and instead of importing media this way, you can do it that way, but it's a little cumbersome. What I like to do is the easy way, is just to move your screen over and take your videos. I have a couple of videos here we're going to work with, and click on them and drag and just drop them right on your timeline. There they are. That's one. There it is. And here's the other one. So if you want to have more than one video um, that you're working with, you can just click and drag and drop, and what happens is it'll go back to each other. You see here? Okay, we can edit that later, but just to show you, that's how you drop in your video onto the timeline. This area here is known as the timeline, and this little white line that you see me going back and forth with here, that's so you can scroll through your video project very, very quickly. See? And the other video project as well. So it's just an easy way to get through things. Now let's say the first thing we want to do is say we want to shorten this particular clip. So you click on the clip and you notice how there's a yellow highlighted border around it now. That means you're working with that clip and not any other. So we get right to the end, and you don't want all these credits, for example. Well, the easiest way to edit them is to go to the end until the two little arrows appear. You see here at the end? It goes, one's pointing left, one's pointing right. When you get that, click on your mouse and drag. And as you're dragging, you'll see that you are eliminating those images. Okay, and you can stop right there. Now this screen up here always gives you a preview of what you're working on. So if you go back to where you edited and you want to see if it worked, you can see, and there. You have successfully eliminated those credits that you didn't want to include. Okay? So that's one step. You can go to the end and click and drag and erase. You can do the same in the beginning too. So if you wanted to get rid of something that's right off the top that you don't want, you bring up those little arrows again, click and drag, and it will eliminate all those images, and you can begin the project, say, here. Okay? So it's the same idea. Now, what if you wanted to edit something in the middle? Well, you find the spot that you want to edit. Let's say, let's just pick a spot here. And you go up to, one of the options you have is modify. See the pull down windows, modify, and you want to split the clip. So you split it, and you see what happens. Now you have two clips. One highlighted in yellow here, and the other one here. Let's just highlight that as well. You see? So in the top corner right here, it'll tell you how long this new clip is. So it's 1 minute and 2 seconds. And this other clip that you made is 59.9 seconds, almost 1 minute. So we almost cut it right in the middle. Now let's say you wanted to add this other video. Well, you click on that and you drag it. You drag it over to where that split is. Here we go. And you drop it right in the middle. You see? So here's the first clip again. Remember, it was 1 minute and 2 seconds. Here is your new clip, which is 2 minutes and 2 seconds. And there's the third clip. Remember, it was 59.9 seconds, almost 1 minute. So you've just moved this other video in the middle. So that's basically how you do an edit. It's quite simple with iMovie. It's a lot of clicking, dragging, and dropping, which makes it quite simple. You do have to remember to use modify, though, in order to split the clip so that you can put in a new clip. Okay? So now that we've done the basics of editing, you might want to make it a little fancy and to have some transitions between your edits. Now, a transition is something that happens in between the clips. For example, you might want to dissolve from here to there. So we go up to transitions. You see this little pull-down menu here? Transitions. And you have a lot of choice here. You can play with these and do whatever you like. Personally, I like the cross dissolve when you're doing a transition within a video project. So again, you click on it and drag it, and you just drop it in between. And there you go. So to see what that looks like, you go to the video clip just before, hit your space bar, and it'll play. And you'll see the dissolve here. There. So there you go. That just shows you what it looks like as a quick little video transition. Like I say, there's lots of choices if you want something else. If you want to see what that looks like, we can just click on the cross dissolve, eliminate it, and we'll try another one. We'll try a circle open just for fun. And we'll drag that and drop it, and let's see what that looks like. There you go. You see? It's a little different that way. So now usually when you come to an end of a video, you want to include your credits. So we're at the end here, and if you want to put in your credits, you go to the title bar here. You see a little pull down menu says titles. So when you do that, you scroll through the various title options here, and you look for the one that says scrolling credits. See? Scrolling credits. And again, the same thing. You click on it and then drag it and then just drop it at the end of your film. Okay? Now the way you add the credits is very simple. You go up to the preview screen here and you put a name in. So let's say it's my name. So I'll put in Mark Terry, and then you put in the description, the title. Let's say I'm the director. So I type in the director. See? Oops, I made a mistake. Just like any kind of Word document, you can go back and make a correction. Okay? And you do that all the way through. And when you're finished, then the tail credits will be ready to be viewed. And I'll just show you what that looks like. There's the end of the film, and there's the scrolling credits. Okay? Now, if you wanted to do something similar to the beginning of your film, you might want to create a title. Well, the title that I recommend, especially for the work that we're going to be doing in this research project, I recommend this one, which is called Line. So when you click on that and you drop it down here, you're going to get 2 lines. And what I recommend that you do in the first line is put your name. So I'll just say your name. And then for the second line, I would type in digital profile. They'll probably have more specific information for you later on in this project, but basically this is a good example of creating a title for your film. So let's just see what that looks like. You can click on this and go right to the beginning, and you just do that and you see it shows up nicely, and then you get right into the video. Okay. Now at any time that you want to either play your video or stop it, you can use your space bar. That's just another option. So you see here I have it paused, and I hit the space bar and it plays. And if you want to stop it, you hit space bar again and it pauses. Okay, that's just a shortcut if you want to work with your project without using a mouse or a clicker. You can just use your space bar. All right, so there we have it. There you have the opening titles, you have your credits, you know how to do an edit, and you know how to do transitions. So now that your project is complete, you want to export it. And again, that's relatively simple using iMovie. You go up to the File feature here. Okay, click on that and you see the word Share. So you go to Share and then you go to File. You can use those other ones too, but this is the way you create a video file of your finished project. So you click File and you give it a title. So you call it My Video or whatever you want to call it. And there are some settings here. All these settings are good. You don't want to necessarily play around with them. Just leave everything the way it is, and then you go next. Now it gives you the option of where you want to save it to. So just to make things easy, I'm going to put it on my desktop. Okay, these are all the various options of places you can leave it, but over here I like the desktop because then you can find it quicker. And then you just hit save. Okay, so it's saving it now. Let's just minimize the program for a second to show you how it's happening. This here is rendering. Rendering is an edit term for saving. And see the videos there, and then all the details and special effects that we added, like the titles and transitions, are here. And these two files are merging together to create a finished video. So we have to sit and wait for a little bit while this happens. But once it's complete, we will see a video file that looks something like this. And then your project is finished. So, any questions? If you do have any questions, you can email me at terrma@yorku.ca, and I'm going to put a little title card at the end of this video so that you can see it and not have to worry about writing it down. Okay? So, we're just going to wait patiently for the video to complete, and when it's done, we can play it back to make sure it works. It's always important to do that because you might have forgot something or you might have misspelt something. Any little thing can happen when you think you're finished. And if that's the case, then I would recommend that you drag the video back into iMovie and make those corrections. But every time you do that, you always have to remember to save it, share it, and create a new file all over again. And there we have it. There's our video. See? It has the title in the file name that you gave it, and here's the actual video. To play it, just double click. It'll open up. You'll see the time here. It's a 4-minute and 47-second video, and you just hit play. And there it is. Your name, digital profile, and the video starts. If you want to go ahead and see how everything else looks, you can boot ahead to the end just to make sure your tail credits showed up. And there they are. Okay? So that's it. That's your brief little overview of iMovie. Again, if you have any questions, please email me at the title card at the end of this video. And happy filmmaking.